Hey, how you doing? So, Pete here from Growth Model. So, I want to talk today about part of the research that I always do whenever I'm looking at growth strategies. Specifically, when doing growth audits for brands. If you're not aware, growth audits. So something where I'll come in and I'll look at how your growth model's working, recommend improvements, but that'll also involve an element of competitor analysis, and you can even point me at a competitor to understand how they're doing things, so that how you can differentiate. And it's that's the key here. So I've already done an analysis of ClickFunnels. I think ClickFunnels is a great company. I think that there's a lot of snobbery in marketing towards ClickFunnels, which I just don't understand, because I think they're doing incredible stuff. But anyway, Russell Brunson talks about the whole idea of funnel hacking, going and looking at a competitor, understanding their funnel, and kind of reverse engineering that funnel so that you can use it too. Great strategy to get you off the ground. One thing I think a lot of people don't understand and don't realize is that is good, but you should also be trying to differentiate what you're doing. Now, you can't differentiate yourself if you don't first understand your audience, who they are, the problems that they face, the transformation that they want to achieve, the big hurdles, and how they feel like the biggest competitors are not meeting their expectations. If you go and just copy a competitor, the very best you can hope to be is number two. You're going to be the second best for that competitor, which is just not good enough. So I wanted to do a little bit about how to differentiate yourself. And like I said, ClickFunnels is great. You should definitely look at some of the information that those guys are putting out and stuff. It's amazing. But anyway, one of the ways that I like to start with the competitor analysis, not start, but once I know about the audience and I know where they're getting in their information, I will look at the biggest competitors, the ads that they're running on the platforms where the audience is active. Let's say that your audience is active on Facebook. I'll go to the Facebook Ad Transparency Center. And so most of the major platforms have this. I believe Twitter or X now doesn't. Basically, to find them, just search for like Facebook Ad Transparency Center or Google Ad Transparency Center, YouTube Ad Transparency Center, LinkedIn Ad Transparency Center. Follow the links and you'll come through to something like this. And let's go back. So I just went with Noom because when I came here, I usually will go all ad category on these all ads, and then Noom was top. So boom, there we go. Right, perfect. This will bring up all of the ads that Noom is running currently. What you want to be doing is a couple of different things. So the first thing, you want to be looking at the formula that they're running with. So this is obviously a popular formula. They're using different creative but the same copy. So I will just make a quick note about what that is. So keep the weight off with Noom. That is a big benefit. If you've done the audience research, you'll know that within health and wellness, one of the big issues with diet and health plans is something called yo-yo diet. So people lose weight, then once the diet or the program finishes, they finish Weight Watchers, they gain the weight back, and then they're on another plan and they lose it and they gain it back. So it's yo-yo dieting. Noom is addressing that immediately. Keep the weight off with Noom, so it's a big benefit, big pain point kind of thing, right? After that, they're going through no food is forbidden. So again, audience research might tell you that people hate having to cut out their favorite foods from their diet. They hate having to do really hard workouts. That's not the way that this specific weight loss audience wants to lose weight. They're worried because there's a lot of charlatans and scammers out there. So this is backed by science. They're worried it's going to take them a lot of time, only 10 minutes a day. So what would this is going to be like a hesitation or friction remover. Friction remover 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be sort of micro problem, and then I'll make a note that the creative is food, and I can't believe this quiz was actually right. Okay, so it's talking about the quiz, which you talked about, and then food and quiz, which is the next step. There you go. Because it's being used multiple times, that is potentially a formula that we can use, right? And then we're going to go down and we're going to look again. Where does it change? This is the same formula, so this is obviously popular. We'll see usually what I find is if they are running ads for a long period of time, started running 8th of December. If they're running ads for a long period of time, it is usually ones that work well or a lot. Yeah, so they just reset all of these ads on the 8th of December. 8th, November 22nd, November 17th. So over a month, but it's the same thing, right? It's exactly the same. They've just changed the creative. So the copy must be working pretty well from. You should never copy because you can never guarantee it, but smart money's on it working well. This is a different one. The new Noom Aging and Metabolism course is officially here. Add it to your subscription. Okay, so add it to your subscription makes me think that this is retargeting for current Noom users. They'll have a custom audience set up and they'll be running this to them to get them back in. Might be a re-engagement play, might be just to get them into the app. We're not going to look at that because we're after acquisition stuff. Wow, they got some really short ones here, which is, this is why she wasn't losing weight. So the creative talks about a big problem, and it's got food and exercise in it, but very aesthetic food. Everyone loves an egg yolk. And then a one sentence thing. Again, this seems to be quite popular. They're using this, but with a meme this time. So there you go, a couple of different test ideas here. Like, we have, I don't like the copy on these personally. Please stop. There we go. There we go. That's a weird image to go with that. So we got, testing with meme creative. We've got testing one-liners. That is just, I don't think other brands can really do this because they don't have the brand recognition of Noom. We got social proof one. So then, let's look, a social proof ad, which is, and it's going to begin with, okay. Big outcome, Noom, the only help, or I guess in this case it would be the offer. I think that worked. And then, little caveat, and then the creative is before and after shot. Perfect, there we go. So again, it's just this that we're after. Now, that alone isn't enough because we're just going to end up with ads that look just like Noom's, and we need to put, your own spin on it. So yes, brand imagery, brand colors, all of this sort of stuff will help you stand out and not be Noom 2.0 in this case. What you want to do is you want to do this for Noom, you want to do it for Weight Watchers, all of these different brands that are in this same kind of industry, right? Okay, let's go. Weight Watchers, there we go. So still, look, this looks very similar to Noom, right? And that is what, Dutch? Did I just go to the Dutch one by mistake? No, that looks like just general Weight Watchers. Okay, if it was English, there we go. Just because I can't read Dutch, I know about 5 words in Dutch. Balancing goals with good times, you can lose weight. So I would lead with that. You can lose weight without losing the food you love. So that seems to be a big thing. So again, a secondary sheet that I would set up would be about the common themes that are coming up in these. And then I would have it as, basically to find that gap. So people want A, brands are talking about A. People want B, brands are talking about B. People want C, brands are not talking about C. So then that is potentially an idea for me to then run ads and messaging around that to try and differentiate myself. So again, common talking points across these would be lose weight without stopping eating foods you like. But you're looking for what people want, what they're not being given by these brands. And again, these are not very well formatted because it's just lose weight with our scientifically proven. And again, that was one of the microns before, scientifically proven. Ready to see results beyond the scale. Join the millions. I don't like the formatting of these. So this is, this is her, but by Weight Watchers. So they've given her that copy. So there's something as well, it's another thing that you might want to look at is, are they using brand partnerships to extend their reach? And this is going to build more credibility because if this is a trusted person, she's going to bring trust from her audience. the new Weight Watchers Clinic, the compassionate care you want, the certified clinicians you need. Terrible ad. It doesn't tell me what it does for me. Don't care. But anyway, story for another day. So you want to do that, and you want to look for the common formulas like this that are being used, but you want to try and fill in all of this information about, like, the micro problem, the big benefit, big pain point, the creative. You want to try and find what's not being done by the competition that your audience wants, because that's how you're going to sort of attract those initial people. If they're like, I really want this, but I can't find it with a Noom, I can't find it with Weight Watchers, and you're like, shit, we got that. And you're using the formulas that, seem to be working well, but you're just changing the messaging to be a little bit different. You should manage to get, some good traction with that. And this, again, it really depends on the platform that your users are on. This was obviously focused on Facebook and Instagram. These two, if that's where your audience is. I know for a lot of the sort of weight loss offers, that's a good platform. Maybe it's through Google search or even YouTube. So you can go to the Google Ads Transparency Center and look for video, which are YouTube ads. But these are, you can find YouTube ads in here because obviously they go through Google's platform. If you're going for like a B2B audience, you might want to look at a LinkedIn ad library. And so as you can see, the new messaging here is different because this is going to be for the corporate plan, looking at HR people who are looking at getting the benefit plans for their employees, for the business, to keep them happier and staying for longer. But yeah, find the platforms where your ideal audience hangs out. Look at the ads that your competitors are running, but don't copy them. You're looking for the common formulas and templates that are working well, and you're looking for where your ideal audience is underserved, and those are the talking points that you want to be focusing on. That's what you want to be doing. And you want to have a big sheet of all of this so that you can quickly reference it and then pull out some insights and some suggestions for testing moving forwards. It's actually a really informative method to do this. It's not easy, but there's no other way to sort of really do this. So look for ad transparency centers on Google for the different platforms. You'll find all of this information. It's like funnel hacking, but looking at what people aren't doing as well, that your ideal audience wants. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or, book a growth audit, and I can do all of this for you and show you how to build a system built around what people want, but the competitors aren't offering.